Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to pre-market report sponsored by taxbuddy.com. So I'm still in the conference in Bangkok. So that's why yesterday I could not do post-market report. I think today also I will not be able to do post-market report. And today is a very important day. US consumer price inflation data will be coming. So anyway, what to do? So from tomorrow, things will be regularized. So coming back to US markets, the people say, once I remember some economists were talking very badly. And that time Rakesh Junjunwala said, if I had listened to economists, I would not have made a lot of money in stock market. And you see, just few months before, RBI Deputy Governor came out with a paper saying that we are likely to face a black swan event and $100 billion is likely to go out of India. From there, Nifty shot up nearly 3,000 points. So everybody was expecting, bad inflation data, US Fed hiking the rate, they are continuously hiking rate, and all the governors speaking very hawkishly. But S&P 500 shot up 5% in last five days, and Nasdaq has shot up nearly 800 points. And coming back to our market, Nifty shot up above 18,000. I think yesterday Nifty future was above 18,000, but not the Nifty spot. But as I told you, as and when the 18,000 is crossed, there will be some profit booking by domestic institutions. Since I was too busy, I didn't even check the institutional data yesterday. So right now, yesterday once again the US markets has gone up, and now SGX Nifty indicating nearly 80-100 point gap up. So if global markets are good, I told you by Deepavali, I will not be surprised if Nifty scales all-time high. And yesterday, my guess that IT stocks will be doing well became correct. But there was some news that some plant in Jamnagar Reliance refinery will be closed for maintenance. So surprisingly, Reliance did not fall, and in fact, Reliance has shot up yesterday. So that was the reason why Nifty future crossed 18,000. So I did not expect Reliance to do so well. At the same time, I did not expect some profit booking in both HDFC and HDFC Bank. So yesterday, throughout the day, HDFC and HDFC Bank was in negative, but not very big, but like 3-4 rupees HDFC Bank and 15-20 rupees HDFC. As usual, Kotak Bank has outperformed because that is I would say a gross underperformer for the last few years, I can say. So that may also pick up. So overall, the market setup is very, very bullish. The day before yesterday, so I told you people are selling 17,900 call option in huge quantities and 18,000 call options. And also I told you for the last few weeks, so option sellers have been wrong most of the time, so including me. And 17,900 was supposed to be at the money, right? For at the money, people are selling 1 week ahead of the expiry, and just in one day, yesterday I think, so they all would have to run for cover. So now, as I told you earlier, I think the base has been shifted from 17,000 to 17,500 firmly now. In the beginning of this month, I said it was 16,500 to 18,000. Then I shifted the base from 16.5 to 17, now 17 to 17,500. I think now it is the time to shift the upper range. And I think now, if you are an option seller, so do not sell any options below 18,600. So we may be in trouble. But one good thing in the uptrending market, the VIX will fall and the option premiums will collapse. So anyway, I will take a final call after today's US inflation data. But uh, as I always say, okay, stock markets always climb the wall of worries, and as long as there are some problems, so the markets will continue to move higher, and especially the US markets, so which is in the I would say from June middle to August end, it was extremely oversold. So there are still shorts would have been left there. So will not be surprised if the market goes still higher from here. So I'm bullish both in Indian markets and US markets. So today let us see how far IT stocks can take the markets higher. So especially TCS, there was a good amount of short covering yesterday. And in fact, after a long time, I've seen yesterday TCS outperforming Infosys. So today, another sector to watch is the banking sector, and because normally I always say, so just ahead of the inflation data, there will be slight profit booking in banking stocks. So now that inflation data is out. I think yesterday it came around 7%. Uh, that is slightly more than expected, but still, looking at the European inflation 10%, 11%, US inflation 8%, 9%, so I don't think that we need to worry too much about Indian inflation. So if the markets are good, so if the US flows continue to India, so at some point of time, so our inflation may go down. So let us see today. But I'm expecting, usually Tuesday is a very highly volatile, and there is this instrument called Fin Nifty, and which never trade from from Wednesday to Friday to Monday, but only on Tuesday there is a huge amount of activity picks up, and then so there are people who have made a lot of money and who have lost a lot of money in this Fin Nifty. So the Fin Nifty expiry on Tuesday makes markets more volatile. So on top of which, today US inflation data is also there. So I would have been happy if the market opens flat, and I would have become bullish, but now market is gap up. So most of the time, I'm not a big fan of huge gap up or huge gap down. uh, if the gap up or gap down happens with a reason, then it's okay, but now there is no reason, it's just a normal market, so it's short and short covering only. So let us see whether Nifty spot closes above 18,000 today. So that will be another benchmark. Last time, when the Nifty came to 18,000 and the markets fell, and now when it is coming to 18,000, so the people are thinking, no, it can form a double top and market may fall significantly. But that theory may not be working if the Nifty spot closes above 18,000. So since I'm in the conference, so I'm not able to concentrate or study the open interest and other things. So therefore I skip any stock recommendation for today. So we will see from tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed listening to this audio. Thank you for listening.